Yeah, ain't no way you can automate this stuff where it invite people.
No, we're live.
Hmm?
We're live and no.
What's up, peoples? Come on in. Tell us where you from. What happened to your banner? Tell us where you from. Change it.
No. You're somewhere.
Button is not operating. There we go.
Come in, come in. Tell us what set you claim.
Represent your click.
Come on in the room. When you come in, let us know you're here. Y'all gotta give us some of y'all energy. I ain't got none. It's low. All right, let's say we got Thea. What y'all talking about tonight? Thea, we are talking about forgiveness. It's a broad, but one of the things that if just to say somebody where it was unfaithful and broke the trust, and the person took them back, but continues to bring it up every time there's a disagreement. So that's kind of so it's about forgiveness and hurt, but
And all you really forgive.
so it's good to see you, Thay. I got to have you and Kim on the show. Please tell me when y'all available on a Monday night. We got to show them long, strong black love. Y'all been married a long time. It was not going to be somewhere else nasty. You so nasty. Thea, you knew what I was talking about. So we welcome Mr. Thea from the Ville. All right. Michael Turner, you back? Hey, we glad to have you. Did you find you one yet? You found you one of them new millennial old hey new millennial old spirit? Because you need one old spirited. These young ones, I don't know what I'm gonna say about them. Jasmine, happy Monday. We're glad you're back, baby. Uh-oh. Durante. If I said it wrong, I want you to, I said Durante. If I said it wrong, make sure you tell us where you're from, y'all. I know Thea's from Jacksonville, but everybody else, I don't know. Put where you from, what's that you claim, all of the good stuff. You're looking forward to a wonderful show at this time. If you would take just a moment to forward it to your page. I said forward. Share it to your page. No, no forward to the page. Just share it to your page. Okay, North Carolina. I see you. Detroit in the building. Lord, what's going on in Detroit?
Why did you sing that?
Mind your business. All right. Florida, I got one. We working hard to get it together out of Orlando, Florida. We in Orlando, Florida, boy. What set you claiming Orlando? How you playing? Oh, Chris Payne, how are you? Welcome. Tell us where you from.
Orlando.
They say no. Yaley, north of Jax. Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Yulee.
Yulee? Yeah. See? Why you ain't reading these comments? Got me looking stupid saying Yaley.
I'm inviting people like I was instructed to do.
That was days ago.
Yeah, I finally figured it out.
Ooh, it's snowing cold. See, first of all, I saw snow one time and it was just a little bit of snow. But I used to want to be in the snow, but because I wanted to have the experience. But the way my room and right set up, I want to frolic in the snow. I want to have those snow stories and do that snow angel. But boy, look at him. For the people that live there, they tell me there's not glitter and glam. Oh, Tanja Filmer, thank you for joining us. And Orlando in the house.
You say it's not glitter and glam?
As y'all see, Mr. Thomas is focusing on his phone, doing something that he was supposed to do earlier in the week. So he liked to teach the two students that didn't turn in his work. So now he got to stay after class. That's what he's doing. All right. Chris Payne is from the O. So you know Chris Payne.
Yeah.
Why you look like that? I don't
You
know.
know Chris too.
Oh, that Chris.
Mhm.
Who is the person in the picture? That ain't him. You was a lie. That's an imposter. Brandon Martin is from Miramar, Florida. All right now. Yes, honey. We are all the way live from Orlando. So like I said, take a minute to share this to your page. You know, we always get our discussions once we get going, we going full steam ahead. And want to make sure everybody got an opportunity. So did I put it on the time? I gotta take this out first. Yes, I'm excited about this topic. If you guys have a topic that you would like, Chris said that's me.
What?
I'm gonna have to do some DNA testing on your photo. I don't believe you. So once we get to talking, you know, people come in and ask the topic and things of that nature, and I want to make sure that people can be a part while we are all the way live in the beginning. So
In the beginning.
I knew you was going to say that. You're so extra. So anyway, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth.
And it was good.
That ain't what the scripture say. Oh, he got a new script. He got a new verse.
Okay. I'm giving them the abridged version.
Chris say, well, the young version of me. Okay. Because you know y'all old.
Oh, okay.
So when you come here, make sure you tell us where you're from. Look, Brandon from Edgewater. She represent. How you gonna represent both of them? Just say Edgewater. Edgewater and Oak
Say
Ridge.
Edgewater and Oak Ridge in the same sentence.
I know, because Edgewater, sacrilegious. Edgewater has always been and always will be the upper echelon.
The echelon.
Why he told me to spell echelon? First of all, I ain't gotta spell nothing. You don't tell me what to do.
Is that how you spell stuff?
The clap.
Echelon.
What you? Oh, I was gonna say your mom, but I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. Anyway,
Be watching.
like I said, let me do what I told y'all to do. Take a minute to share it to your page. Let you know. I was talking about sharing to my own page. You struggle to share anything in your life.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of that. We're gonna have a group page.
What?
A group page, a couple page.
Okay, so remember we're gonna talk about trust and are you really
forgiving?
No
trust. You talking about forgiveness? Ain't
forgiveness.
No trust.
Well, the forgiveness because you broke the trust.
Well,
not that maybe. What else? What?
Maybe could be.
That wasn't not that maybe. All right. Look, oh Lord. Here go Jake. From where I'm from, and I'm at what?
Oak Ridge. Mighty pioneer.
I'm just trying to figure out how Brandy is from. Brandy says she from Edgewater and Oak Ridge. You can't even put this.
Also, CJ is from what? Richmond Heights, Florida. That's where you from.
That's not a city.
It is.
Can somebody please tell this Negro that
Ask Wiggy about that.
Edgewater, that school got a name.
I'm
sorry
now. People.
Okay, he's tired. All right. Oh, Chris went over it too?
Yeah.
I'm about to block everybody from Oak Ridge. Everybody from Block Ridge with me. Be blocked on this page.
Hater, man.
Anyway, so the question came to me. Oh, look.
Wow. Richmond Heights, Florida. I'm trying to tell you.
So excited about Richmond Heights, Florida.
I'm not.
You know, sometimes you have a magical place you go to.
A magical place that I'm from.
Anyway, so one of the suggestions that came to me by way of someone else was, you stop typing stuff. See, now he have been playing games. He typing his own. Stop typing stuff. We supposed to be talking. We talking. We sleeping. We talking. He being petty right now. I ain't even gonna put it on the screen. Anyway, I'm clapping again. So one of somebody put in the inbox and was saying there was infidelity, and the wife took him back, but it's continually being brought up, and it seems to him that it's not quite taken back. That's true, Brandy. You met both of us there, so it was some greatness in just a minute. So that he feels like if there was true forgiveness, that it should not be brought up. So I want to hear from you, Dick. I want to hear what you. If you cheat,
also, how long was that going on? Because there was a period of time. I forget what it said, like years or something like that.
No,
I think it's what they said.
Maybe you didn't read it.
We had a conversation about it.
I ain't say no time. Said be making up stuff.
You said it had been years, and they're still being brought up. That's what you said. Now, if you added that on your own, but that's exactly what she said. See, you be adding this people's stuff.
Okay, come on, guys. We want to hear your thoughts. If there was infidelity, if you cheated, and your spouse took you back, should you be bringing it up every time there's an argument?
Well, but I don't want to just hold the infidelity. Any kind of thing that there's been some kind of forgiveness for, you still don't want to be brought up every time.
Well, but we want to start infidelity because that's one that's a major. Because when you cheat on a woman, there is something that you do to her soul that it is like a broken place that she starts to second guess everything about who she is. You know, do I look right? Do I cook right? You know, did I do this? Was I not compassionate? Like you start to guess, am I not pretty enough? It's just you start to second guess everything about your life. And so how to rebuild that, I can only imagine.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
No, it's not, baby.
How to rebuild yourself after you've been
cheated I'm saying, but that's why it's being brought up because she was torn down. I can't deal with him today. Wiggy said, no need in getting back with him if she's going to continually bring it up. Well, Wiggy, I don't think that she intentionally, because you forgive, that doesn't mean you forget. Okay? Some good stuff. Oh God, APK in the house, Lord Jesus. That is so true. All right, so I know she's probably talking about the part when I was saying about you. You start blaming yourself. Yes. You should not keep bringing it up, but I know most people cannot handle it. Correct. Okay, let's back up a little bit. What should happen if Cedric was a cheat on me? God bless his soul. That was happening. And Cedric was a cheat on me, and I took him back. No matter the time frame, I decided I'm gonna work it out. What should be the course of action? Because you don't just get back together and heal. It's gonna be times that she look at that joke and be like, "You stink bastard."
You need to figure that out before you decide to get back together. Give some serious thought to. Yeah. I had another phrase, think through, but serious thought to: are you gonna be able to handle getting back together? Because sometimes you need time apart to be able to heal a little bit before you actually get back together.
Okay, and I got you on that. Right. I hear you one, but I'm gonna say up you one. Let's read this one. Shut up.
Angie is right. I think a woman may bring it up because she's trying to figure out how to rebuild herself. She thinks that she lacked in some area.
All right.
Okay. I agree with that.
He has to rebuild the trust so it will come up when she's comfortable. Until she's comfortable with trusting him. Bingo. It takes time. So the person who cheated should give them time to recover. Well, so I was going first on your last comment.
Yeah, I got something.
So you said the first one we were talking about, you said about.
You asked what were the steps. I said first, before you talk about getting back together, you need to seriously think about what kind of person you are, and if you can handle being back together. If every time you look at him, it's gonna break your heart again.
Listen, but there's hurt in life. There's hurt in life, and it breaks your heart sometimes.
Yeah, but everybody has a different level of what cheating is or deal with.
Let me finish. And so I don't know. Okay, I've had friendships or somebody that hurt me that I thought I was done with. Years later, and when I saw them, something stirred up in me. Or if I began to be around them again, there were times that it just did something to me. So you can think that you're over something and think you that I'm past it, we're fine, we're good now, and we don't really be good.
Right, but you said years later. That's number one. Number two, if it's years later you still have those feelings, that means you never dealt with it in the first place.
That doesn't mean that though, because sometimes you don't realize how deep your hurt goes. Like, okay. I mean, like something that hurts me deeply might not even bother you that much, because we're different people. But we go, like, I remember one time I had a situation where someone hurt me, and I went to church, get turned over to Jesus, all that stuff, and I did it, and I couldn't shake it. And then when I finally felt like I did, when I saw them, and I hadn't seen them in years, when I saw them, there was still something there. Yeah, now I wasn't ready to stab them, but well,
I know that sounds good,
but it is a part of it. But no, but
it's not the end all be all.
I know, but you got to start there. I got to give it to the Lord and say, I can't. This has broken me. I know, but you said I turned over Jesus. Well, I'm saying no. I say I went to church. I turned over Jesus. I thought I got through that. Like I mean, it wasn't. It's not like a plate I can turn over. Don't be so literal right now. You know what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to help these people and help us think this process through. So okay. So thank you for inviting somebody to come on through. Now he said it takes time. Okay, let me skip back. He said it takes time. So the person who cheated should give them a time to recover. Now let's talk about that. When you cheat, even if you don't separate, the person that committed the offense has to be an open book. They can't be like, well, I'm gonna tell you this, but I ain't gonna tell you that. And why you asking so much? And how long will it take you to get over it? Wrong answers all the way around.
Well, and that's what I was gonna come back to. The person that cheated does have to rebuild the trust, but I don't agree with the thing about it coming up until they're comfortable with trusting them, because you should be open book, yes, and you can't tell the other person how to grieve or whatever. But at the same time, you still don't want that thing to come up every other day.
Well, I'm not saying, but okay.
We're saying that's what she said.
No, but that would be my statement exactly. And I'm not talking about just for the rest of your life, but there are gonna be times it is not gonna be a couple weeks and we're done with it.
No, but you missed the point. At the same time, if I'm going to the store, it'd be like, oh, the store? Like that's a whole nother thing. Like I'm just going to
why I gotta be that hoe at the store?
I'm saying that you get what I'm saying. That's different than being an open book. Like every time I leave the house, you're like, oh, don't be out there cheating.
All right, we gotta catch up. Well, if you cheat on me, that's what I would do. So might well stay in that way. Don't do it, player. Don't do it. Okay, if he cheats and she says it's good, says it's good, chance she get to cheat, revenge nowadays. Now, yes, these young girls now, that's what they think. How I get you back? You like he's saying like, yes, chances back, chances are she gonna do something to get you back. But that's not real love. And I'm not being funny, but real love is not a tit for tat type of a deal. Yes, you cheated and it is wrong. But if you accept that person back, it is not with the contingency there or the addendum that I'm gonna check somebody else out in the meanwhile. All right, Monica says you need to heal the issue before you get back together. If you continue to visit the issue and bring it up, it will deteriorate the relationship. Okay, I do believe that's the thing. When nobody's talking in time frames, like what Tanja said didn't have a time frame. What she said didn't have a time frame because I've heard people that it took them like a year, and that doesn't mean she brought it up every day. You get what I'm saying? But it took them like a year before.
I can deal with it. I'm just saying every time I leave the house, I don't want to hear nothing about you.
Well, don't cheat. If you don't want the consequences, stay your behind in the house. Like, I don't get how you get to cheat and get to dictate the hurt.
House, like I can't Uber eat.
Did he say Uber eat some booty to the house? How you? Well, what Uber eats is that? Who Uber eats booty to the house? Please tell me, Lord Jesus. Lord. All right. They rekindle the fire by doing something similar, so it's automatically to go back to that because you still on the same path as before. It looks, Nika, remember this is your fault. Listen. Well, I think sometimes women take them back, and we're just talking about women, but men cheat. I mean, women cheat too, and women been cheating at an alarming rate. I said no. It's no. They better at it. They done had a long-term relationship. You ain't had no idea, crazy stuff. But right, you can't act like it's not your fault. And see, this is the reason why. See my husband's face? He's so nonchalant. I'm just gonna have to fight him. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be fighting every time I see him. Because if you won't act like I can't ask you those questions, and that's enough, because I'm gonna ask you, you going to the store see that hoe? Well, we're going to the store. Okay. Hold on. I got to skip that one. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah. Randy. Okay. So. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. If a person dig a hole, that same person has to fill it back up. Correct. I like your answer. That is very good because my husband obviously is off today with his analogies in his life.
I ain't give no analogy. I'm off.
Right.
He has to reestablish stability in their relationship. She must feel his commitment to her. He has to work twice as hard to gain her trust back. But she cannot keep bringing that up to him. If she's working super for her trust and she keeps throwing it up in his face, he may begin to lose the fight to regain it. That's true.
That's true.
And that's what I was trying to say.
But see, this is the thing. No one is talking time. Like you said, she can't continue. Are you talking about continue for a month? Are you talking about continue for 6 months?
You and your sister stuck on this continue stuff. You just saying don't be bringing it up every 5 minutes.
First of all, don't be putting my sister's name in your mouth. Me and my sister's name in your mouth. What about talking about why they cheated? If that doesn't happen, how can they heal, forgive, and trust him? Now there, that comes from somebody that's been married for a long time. Because the main thing that's what I asked originally, and we didn't get there. But I was saying, if she decided to stay or take him back, whichever one happened, what needs to happen? And that was a true and honest conversation about what happened. Because
and why did you think it happened and what we do to keep it from happening again?
So this is the thing. No one can make you cheat. However, she said, don't put chocolate in your mess. So no one can make you cheat. However, we as spouses, men and women, can push our mates to something that they may not normally do. And I'm gonna use women, and you can think of something for men, but like if you always, as soon as you come in the door, nagging and fussing, and I ain't giving you none, and you ain't this, and can I do my own? I ain't ask you to add nothing in there. No, I want you to say what men need. Yeah, your side. No, he said, and always looking a mess. And that's true. If he go to work and he got this girl with his boom boom bam body, and she's showing her curves, and she's so nice to him, and you come home and you being Aggie, where it did butthole, which we can do, and you got your bonnet on, you got on holes and whatever you got on, then he gonna look forward to going to work to see co-worker thickness. All right, so Brandon says she agree with Wig. Yeah, I do too. Oh, I think I skip this one. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Wait a minute, did I miss something too? No. It's right here? Yeah, okay, I'm trying to skip now. Okay. Lisa said, I've never gotten to the place of forgiveness. I just got to move on I love you, but I definitely don't want to feel stupid again. But let's stop there for a second. Being married, being in love is about vulnerability. If you are unwilling to be vulnerable again, then you are going to have a rocky or no marriage that's going to last. Because the part of the relationship is that I'm vulnerable enough with you that I can be myself. You put on fronts enough when you go to work, when you go to church, when you go to the store. You know, you don't want somebody to see you looking like this. And they're like, "Oh, she gonna think I fell off, or I'm gonna put this on. Or I want to put on 12 body weight shapers so I can make sure that they don't think I done fell off." But that's because we want to put in the front. But the one place we should be completely at ease should be at home with our spouse.
If you got on put on weight sensors, how off?
Shut your mouth.
Number two, if you're not being vulnerable, you can still be married. People married all the time, it's just gonna be miserable.
Okay, so what things I talked about what women can do to push men. What things can men do to push women?
Not spend quality time. Don't make your woman feel loved or important or good enough. Or if you always belittling your woman, always telling them that they ugly and can't read good.
What about they dress?
The men dress?
You come home and stay stank for a long time and
Stank. Yeah, that's not good either. Got to bathe. Don't have no holes in your drawers.
Sometimes it's still brought up because they are still hurt. That doesn't mean that they didn't forgive them. It will take time. But if you can't get over it and keep bringing it up, then that's an indication that you don't need to be in a relationship at this time. Or you need to seek counseling, which is something I recommend anyway. When you've been hurt deeply, counseling is always something good to do because sometimes you start talking about stuff that's happened with your spouse and you start thinking about stuff that happened when you were little and all. You're like, well, how did this come up? That's because that's a deep hurt. All right, Brandon, we're gonna steal something. So Brandon said I'm sorry. Brandon said I agree with Wiggy. Tanja said, keep chocolate name out your mouth, basically. All right, Brandon said, it's no time frame. You can't put a time frame on the healing process. That's what I was trying to say, Brandy. People keep saying, well, if she's doing too long. Now, that's why I kept saying, what is too long? Because it could be 6 weeks. It could be 6 months. No, because everybody's comments was saying, well, it was a common theme to say, long as if it's going on too long, or she bringing it up too long, then they shouldn't be together. Baby, a bunch of people said you do. You said it too. It can't be going on too long.
I did not say that. What you said? You can't be bringing it up all the time, like every day.
Well,
it'll come up from time to time, sure. But like I said, if I'm going to the store, you can't be like that. How I'm going to the bathroom. Now go in the bathroom. Like that's too much. Yeah, that's too much.
All right. Most men could not forgive their wives. Let's talk about that. Most men, if they can cheat, but if their wife cheat on them, baby. Because this is why. Women are emotionally driven, men are ego driven. If you cheat on a man, you have cut his ego.
Well, no, but if you cheat on a man, normally it's because you have feelings involved. Some women do now. We're not saying everybody, but most women not gonna cheat unless they feel some kind of way. They're not just cheating to cheat. Like I just want to have some extracurricular sex. They're like, oh, he makes me feel so good.
Well, he might be talking right. He might be laying it down, and your husband junk raggedy. If your husband junk is raggedy, and you that kind of person, and you done tried to tell him, you try to direct the plane, come on here, land the strip, and you doing this way, he going that way, and then they just go off to the side, and then you be like, well, cuz.
That's just how you.
Well, it ain't me. I'm just telling you that.
But how you gonna be not happy with the man that you picked? You picked that.
They might not know what his thing do.
Well, you picked the wrong thing. That's your fault. I'm not telling you to pick that.
Go ahead.
You gotta wait on the Lord.
Please.
What about if it happened early in a relationship, like the last time with the ex while still in the dating stage with the new lady? Shouldn't that be thrown out and forgiven? I think the time frame has a lot to do with forgiveness. If it happened in the middle of a long-term relationship, I'll understand not forgiving. Well, that should be thrown away because they weren't even married.
Right.
Y'all just went together. You can't be mad about don't go together.
Well, you didn't be mad about go together.
No.
But at the same time, yeah.
All right. As you ain't married, all bets are off.
A man's pride will make it hard for him to forget that another man touched his wife. And if you see that she is smitten when his name come up and she over there, boy, that'll cut you to your quick. Why you gonna mess around with me if I'm gonna keep king? Okay, Thea agreed. All right. Brandon said he's not paying attention.
I don't remember about somebody saying
right.
Too long.
All right, Jasmine said talk about it. And Brandon agreed. Brandon, do your thing. If you ain't laying it down,
they say the wrong
thing. Listen. I'm telling about what they do, not me.
I'm just saying, how you gonna be mad about what you pick?
Baby, but if you do it God's way, you don't have sex before marriage.
Everybody don't do that. And then they be talking about, oh, it ain't right. But that's you. It's like if you go to the store and pick a flavor and you don't like it, you can't be mad at the store because you picked that flavor. You picked that.
Return it and get a new flavor. And that's what they do.
You can't do that, man.
They're going to buy another flavor and then just bring it home too.
That's how it works. That's not a lot of
talk.
He's a human and a being.
So this is the thing. I know that we're talking about forgiveness and it keep being brought up. And we've established that there's no amount of time that anyone can tell you how much to hurt, how long to hurt, but you must be actively working on getting healing. And so that's the problem I think that people don't do.
Well, if people don't see any progress at all, you're like, okay, you've been in the same place for 2 years. You gotta move.
Well, let me tell you this. This is what I think most people do, and this is just Angie. I ain't got it. Nobody told me this. People, miss each other. They talk on the phone, a little bit to get back together. And then when they get together, they have some awesome, nasty, funky, juicy sex. And then you forget what the problem is because you are now like, whew, child. Correct.
I love you.
That's a whole nother comment. Correct. Right. So the thing about it is that you want to make sure that when you are deciding to take them back, that you are willing to do what it takes to put the work in. But secondly, you want to make sure that you.
Why don't you just repeat what I said about before you get back together?
No, listen. I have a point that I'm making. It's not your little thinking point. My point is better than yours.
It sounds eerily familiar to what I said earlier. But go ahead.
Ooh, domestic violence. As soon as we got this camera. So then that's what happened with a lot. That's what happened with a lot of issues. Unfortunately, there, and especially since you married, yes, you can have the sex as much as you want to have the sex. Mm-hmm. But
it's a sex buffet.
But the sex makes you not
cloud your judgment.
Cloud your judgment. I would say go write down all your points before you have sex. So when you in the land of the abyss and you out here seeing flies up in the wall, you can remember.
Sex make you forget.
It's sex looks. Hey, sex you be like, I don't even know the man that you about no more. Right, exactly. But what sex said, Thayer said about it happens with a lot of issues. That's why you see people that's been married for 20 years, 30 years, and there's an issue that's still there from year 1 or year 2. Why? Because we either kept ourselves busy with the children or the grandchildren or work.
But it's you know what I thought about too? Imagine like people that got caught up right before Corona hit, and now you stuck with somebody during Corona. Like as soon as they find a cure for Corona, I'm out of here.
But listen, that's why the divorce rate is high. Because I don't know you and I don't like you. You know, it's a lot of people that don't like their spouse. Lust is temporary. If you don't address the issue, it will reappear. And like leftovers, you will not want a second time. Okay.
Not the leftovers.
Okay, I like that analogy. However, let's break this down. Lust is temporary, correct. Now, I remember somebody saying that lust is bad. But you remember we read the definition, it was saying, but lust could be like you can lust for your spouse. Right. So, but you said about if you don't address the issue, reappear. Well, that's why we're talking about what caused it. Because yes, he may have been raggedy in his life, but you know, we got to figure out what part we had to play. Everybody has something they can change when there's a dispute or there's something going on. All right.
It's not about length of time it can take. It's more about her or him bringing it up continuously. I know there's no time frame in the healing process, but the person who cheated must also be able to forgive themselves, which can be difficult. Also, trust me, I was there before some years ago.
Well,
that's from Wiggy, by the way.
I can read.
I was just sharing with the people.
I can spell red. Wiggy, I agree. The problem is a lot of times a person that has committed the offense, and this is not every woman, because every woman is not trying to just be bitter. However, a lot of times you'll find the person that committed the offense is the one that's like, hurry and get over it already. Like, how long is it gonna take? I mean, it was already a month. You'd be like,
well, but sometimes in that situation, that person doesn't care
about the other person.
Right.
Yeah.
So Michael said, I guess I'm the only one not married yet. I'm just trying to get positive info before I get on one knee next year. No, it's quite a few.
You know, it's funny because most of our shows, we have quite a few singles. Sometimes just as many singles as married, just depending on what the topic is and who got time. So you're not by yourself, babe. All right.
Brandy says, sex does not make you forget. It just pushes it to the side until they piss you off. Then the old and new come out.
Well, I agree, but I don't agree because I forget until later. Because then I'm like, that's why I say go write your notes first, because you be in the land of the abyss. You be around there like, oh, it's the best thing. Then until his phone rang and he walked out of the room. Did you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was work.
It happened early in my marriage, but thank God we realized it sooner rather than later. Listen, they've been married for a long time. And I'm thankful for people that will share their story, right, because people think that once you've had infidelity, that it's over. But not so. Girl, yeah. He said he repented. He a new man now. But I remember him actively trying to fix the marriage and do over and above to try to establish him as a good man. And I'm not in the house with them. However, it was just heartbreaking to see that he was the only one fighting for it, because it got to be two people that's fighting for it, or
it will not work.
It will not work. So, all right. So we've talked about the part of forgiveness, and I was saying about have a conversation, see somebody, talk to somebody, and not your girlfriends and not your homeboys. Because first of all, your homeboy's gonna be like, another nigga was doing your woman down. Yeah. If you from Richmond Heights, man, nothing laying pipe your woman. Oh man, you must not be doing that.
First of all, we don't talk like
what? What they kind of like?
Sound like that.
What they gonna say? What they gonna say? Well, I was trying to say pipe as a PG version. Jesus, thank tell. Say what? Mm-hmm. Extra. So then And okay, so this is the other part. This is the part that we are having a problem with in 2020. Social media.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Because
well, we don't have
but I'm saying if somebody have a disagreement, they put it on social media. If he knew what kind of woman he had, he would take care of and cherish it. Or I'm the real Miss Thomas, or I'm the number one Miss Thomas. I'd be like, what? That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That one, I listen. When you expressing yourself on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, somebody is watching your expression, and over there, there's not the Twitch. So somebody is watching what you're doing and what you're putting out. And while you might be mad at him for that moment, there's some conniving people out there, and they're gonna try to see where they can get in, where they fit in. And if nothing more, they're gonna just try to see if they can ruin what you have. Right? So the first problem is put it on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram, whatever you do. But the second problem is if you got one of these ghetto girls that's gonna put it on there and tag you and post a picture of him and her and at you or be in your inbox.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, but you know we've we've heard some stories that I don't even know. That's why people have a hard time bouncing back from things that happen on social media.
Public embarrassment.
Because you can replay it. You can go re-see it. You can.
It's always there.
Yeah, like I forgave you, but now you're like, you forgave her? You see what she was doing here? All right, we got one. Not the infidelity, but covering other issues up with sex. Okay. Either way, what you're saying is helpful to somebody else. Sorry, man.
You can put my
They'll say you ain't gonna put me in these streets.
What me? He'll be like, oh, you need to tell me something?
We got over it. What? You ain't even tell me so we can get over it.
Wait, what we got over?
But you should limit what you put. Like Cedric and I do marriage stuff as part of our ministry. And we used to post a lot of pictures. And then first of all, my husband hates to take pictures, and we get into arguments and be about to break up about a picture every time.
Well, it's not the picture, it's that you want to take 47 of them.
Because I say smile, he like,
no.
You don't give me no poot smile. I smile poot in your face?
No.
What you give me?
Whatever I give you is beautiful.
Give me a smile right now.
That's first of all.
If it look like that, I don't want it.
On the front of the picture, I'm trying to smile on my face.
So, I laughed. I said,
what you said?
The people that are doing marriage that are supposed to present this healthy, happy, whatever, you know, people are trying to mimic healthy, happy relationships. Why are you looking so confused?
I'm trying to. You said I'm listening. I'm trying to get the hook.
Anyway, people are trying to pretend on Facebook to have these wonderful pictures, this wonderful facade, and their life at home is turmoil. And so
their life is turmoil. Wow.
Yeah,
that's not good.
No, I ain't like in turmoil. It just
is turmoil.
But you know the difference when somebody that's every day, all day, there's a problem. You know, there's no cuddling. There is no
you don't cuddle me.
Sexy talk. Boy, bye. Say that with a straight face down. Say that.
You didn't cuddle me last night.
Yes, huh? Well, you got cut up yesterday. Now, just get your life together. Anyway, anybody said him. Marriage is work and hard, but it is worth it. Now
that is correct.
We do want to leave. We're not leaving right this second, but that is a note that we want to leave. Whenever I start putting words together, he started picking at me.
What?
Anyway, my class is so dirty. Thank you, honey. Anyway, always want to leave on a positive note. And what he said was, it is hard work. Make no mistake about it. We ain't gonna tell you that you come in and it's gonna be a magic wand and You're gonna be smelling flowers, and y'all gonna be skipping through the house, and y'all gonna be playing hide and go seek. Even though we play hide and go seek, but like not just everything is not gonna be a frolic. There gonna be some days you wanna. I heard a comedian say, "You ain't really been married till you thought about choking him in the neck." Woo, boy, look at him. But but the benefit. It's so funny because I was sitting at work day. I shouldn't tell him, his head be blowing up. But I was like, I wanted to leave that up there. Thank you, so helpful.
You're welcome.
Watch me roll my eyes. Watch me roll my eyes.
I'm not gonna watch it.
So the thing about it is that I was sitting at work today and I was just thinking about, man, I've been in unhealthy marriages before. And I know what it's like to feel alone and be married, to be lonely and married, to be in the most miserable place you could be. And so
well, you had to put your help on.
So but you can't replace it. Mm-hmm. Like the joy to know that when I got, and I know I bring this up, but it's so many spouses that leave their spouse when they get sick. Mm-hmm. I mean, some is even as serious as cancer. Like they leave because they like, I ain't signed up to be a caregiver. But this is the thing: for better or for worse does not give you a list. It is definitely for better or for worse, and you're gonna have some worse. If you got a marriage if you got somebody married that tell you they don't have no worse, they a lie. Now they a bald face, well, bold face lie. Because there's not a way that you bring two separate individuals together to be one, and you ain't got problems. You might have ex problems, you might have boundary problems, you might have in-law problems, you might got blended family problems, you got money problems, you got sneaky families, sneaky social media, inappropriate DMs, all that stuff. You don't know what's gonna come with that for better or for worse. And you can't hop ship every time there's a worse. Let me tell you, in the beginning, I need to say that we had some worse. I had a whole bunch of worse, and you had a whole bunch of worse too. Wait a minute. More than me. And if we had let that listen, but if we had let that detour us.
You had a lot of words. It was way more worse. Anyway, question. Brandy says, why does it have to be hard? Though, to me, it should be easy. It's simple.
So, Brandy, that's why I've been married before more than once. My parents now have been married for 60 years. I did not see them argue. I did not see them fuss, but I didn't see a lot of loving and touching and holding hands. So I just thought that marriages did not have problems. Mm-hmm. So if there was a problem, I was like exit stage left because this is not from God.
Well, but it's not hard in the sense that it's like laborious. Like
it's laborious. What does that mean?
It's nail splitting, back breaking work, but it's something that has to be done on a continuous basis. And no one wants to work on it all day, every day, but that's something that you have to do if you want it to be where you need it to get.
Let me tell you when the hard part switches and it becomes easy. And that easy don't mean you'll have problems, but when you have this flow, when you both get to the point that you're not in the single mindset, right. You're in the married mindset. That is the hardest thing because you're used to doing a thing that's single, and you're even women that say, somebody told you to have some extra on the side, just things that whether we were brought up with, right. You kind of keep those things aside, and then everything is yours and mine, and whatever. You don't say it, your actions say it. Everything is kind of separate, and right. My house, my car, my room, everything is mine. And then that when you're doing that dividing, you cannot divide and be together at the same time. It doesn't work. Like it just like if you was in the bed and you got a big old log between the two of you. Y'all can't be together if y'all both on the east side of that log. You got to get that log out the middle, which is that selfishness, that singleness, and then it'll switch. But that comes with talking to somebody, because we didn't like. And I tell people, and I know some of you guys are new. We went through 2 years straight of counseling once a week on a Monday, and it wasn't
Monday or Wednesday.
One of them days, whatever day, but 2 years straight. Even when we didn't have a problem that we had to go take to them, we still went because we started learning a lot about us. And then that is when, in that time frame or shortly thereafter, when we switched from, Mia versus him to Team Thomas. So we're a team. Because if he win a ring, I win a ring. So, it's not about me stopping him from reaching his level, because he gonna leave me, because I know I've been down for him. I'm coming with him too. So but we got this wrong mindset.
That's correct. Well, it's not the wrong mindset. It's the mindset that you have, because you're not born and taught about married mindset because you're a single person. Everything you're doing up until that point in your life is about what I need to do. I need to go to school. I need to get a degree. I need to get this training. I need this. I. And now when you get married, it switches to we.
But how much of it now? And this is just, I'm throwing this monkey wrench in here. How much of it is your in-laws? And I'm saying in-laws like your mama play a part in that. I'm not like your mama, my mama, like, because they train us to go do this, to go do that.
Right.
But then when they start seeing you put it together, even though they notice what we're supposed to do as married couples, I think it's still a matter of getting the people around you to see that this is the new normal.
Well, yes and no. Like, obviously, you have to set boundaries and limitations.
Thank you, Corey.
But you don't have to get them to buy in. If once they see that you're committed and that's what you're doing, they'll buy in automatically because they love you. They want to be a part of your life.
But they got to see it from you.
They have to see it consistently.
Yeah. What happens is, if you go around your mom and daddy and you tell them, all the woes or whatever, right, and then when y'all together, they looking at them sideways, you can't expect anything different. Right. You got to really realize that we are a team. There's never a time when you finna come for Cedric and not for me. It's Team Thomas. Even if I can't beat somebody, if somebody came in here and I can't beat him, he going, but we gonna go together. I'm gonna get some, pick up some, throw something, because we are a team. And you are stronger together. That's what we talk about the body of Christ. We're stronger together, but there's so much division. We talk about that in everything you do, even at your job. If everybody worked together, it would be easier and smoother, but we don't do it together. Everybody is in this mind. I'm saying everybody, but most people are in this I mindset. That's why it's hard to switch when it comes to marriage. All right, we can say marriage is
the second hardest thing to do in this world.
Okay. Brian says he win a ring, I win a ring. Correct. Listen, when the Lakers just won, people that sat on the bench that ain't even play. Everybody got a ring. So you can't say my ring is less valuable than the LeBron ring because we got the same ring. So my ring don't tell you how many minutes I played, but everybody played their part. So when he got something he need to do, then my stuff might be like there's been times he's been doing something and he asked me to go to the store to get this so he can complete something. That might be my part. Play your role. I ain't building nothing. I can't do none of that stuff. The equipment manager.
All the people.
Thank you, Brian. Listen, but I mean, I know this sound I'm beating this like a dead horse, but for everybody that is married, or if you are getting ready to get married, this is so serious. So now, the Lakers won a championship. It's 4 people on the bench that never touched the ball, never even got out their sweats. They ain't gonna make no poster. But they're in the team photo. Yeah. The equipment manager who brings equipment, shoes, everybody gets a ring. So if I play my part, I can't be LeBron James. Say you gotta be LeBron James about house. I might just be who's boy name? I don't know. I can't know. Who?
He didn't play.
No, I don't want to be him. But everybody, if you just once you see it that this is Team Thomas, right, Team Jacobs, Team Cody, Team Scott, Team Gurley, Team Martin. Once you realize that we are a team, then people can't come between you. It is the time when we are unsure and we don't know what's going on and we're in turmoil and it's I instead of we. Once we became unified, the stuff that used to try to come between us, that people don't bring that stuff up anymore. Now, people didn't bring as much stuff to Cedric because he got us. Look, that's right, Brian. I'm Anthony Davis. I was important. I was important, Brian. Don't get my Anthony Davis. He played too much. I didn't know who he was. Wake up. I don't want to be the one that threw the ball out of bounds. But guess what? He get a ring. So even when you mess up, when your team is all together, you still get a ring. And they brought it back. But listen, this is the thing you'll understand. You gonna mess up. Now, when you're in that team mindset, you be like, okay, let's figure out how this happened. Let's get it together. All right, come on, we got some stuff to accomplish. We're trying to buy a house. We're trying to, vacation here. We're trying to do this and the other. And if you got goals and dreams, we ain't got time for you to sit there and sulk and your mess up. Get up, let's go. This team is going full steam ahead. Yeah, bro, I'm Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
AD.
Corey says, leave family out of it. It's the worst thing. It can be, yes.
Yes, it can. It can be if you don't have boundaries. But that is, as a newlywed, that's very difficult because you don't know what boundaries are supposed to look like. Because even the most wonderful people I know that had great relationships with their kids, and they was like, they loved the husband that they was gonna get ready to marry, or the fiance, and when they get married, they turn into Mama Zilla or somebody.
Well, because
but a lot of that is that we share business that we shouldn't share. I know I've done that, and I'm not just the only one, but people share stuff they shouldn't share, and then again, you done had sex and you feel good, and you seeing flowers, and they around here about to throw a stone at you because we don't know. Yes. Forget LeBron, the best comparison to Corey, you about to get blocked. LeBron.
I thought he was gonna say he's from the Bay.
LeBron and AD. Oh, how about that? Oh,
you said how about that?
How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Well, I really, really, really appreciate everybody coming on. It has been a great conversation. If you take a minute to share this to your page, also go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Subscribe to this. Subscribe to our YouTube page. We can't get our follow life up. This is streamed on YouTube as well as Facebook. So like our page. Tell somebody about us. If we helped you, help us. I'm just saying. But really, we've learned a lot through trial and error. But we had some good people in our life. And y'all, if y'all go back and look at the one with the girl is Lord, I'm telling y'all, if it had not been for the Lord and the girl is on our side, well, would we be? Because baby, let me tell you something. You need people in your life that's going to listen, pray for you, but tell you the truth. And then what's that song say? You can't handle the truth? Yeah, you can't handle the truth. But thank you so much. We're going to pray our way out as we always do. You got us, baby? That's a no. We usually rotate this thing. You want me to pray? Because you tripping.
Well, I've been working every Monday. My mind ain't been right.
I'm going to pray. His mind ain't right. See how he acting? That ain't right. You should always be able to go to before the throne of grace.
Lord, do it.
I need to say that. Lord, we thank you for this broadcast today. Lord, we thank you for another opportunity, Lord, just to share some of the life examples and things that you shared with us and showing us, Lord, to help another couple to survive. Lord, we thank you right now for each and every couple on here, whether they're single, married, engaged, Lord, dating, whatever it is, Lord, show them so they can be the best wife, the best husband, Lord, that you designed them to be. Show them that marriage is good, Lord. It is your institution, Lord. You created that. And so we thank you right now for just giving us the peace in our house, the renewal in our house, the rejuvenation in our house, Lord. Help them to rekindle in their house, Lord. We just thank you right now because it's never too late. It is never too late. Even when we think that there's nothing else can be done, it is never too late. You are a miracle working God. You are an on-time God. And we believe that you are a way maker. So we thank you right now for making ways in these relationships that seem to be no way. And we cancel assignment of the enemy over our lives, over our children, over our family, Lord, over our future offspring. In Jesus' name, amen. Not our future offspring, not us. Not us, but y'all future offspring, those who have not had children. Well, Team Thomas is headed out because Miss Thomas got to go in Bays with a Z. Oh, I got to do my little 30-minute workout. And I need to go and I need to roll my hair. But my head big, y'all.
It is very big. I like it.
Gosh.
One time for Richmond Heights, Florida.
Gosh, can somebody come roll my hair?
Stand up.
Brandy, thank you for coming. I enjoy having you on here. Even though next time, just say you're from Edgewood. Don't say that other man.
Richmond Heights, Florida.
Can you stop taking this man, put this mess up there?
Richmond Heights, Florida.
Cedric. That's what Ogre act like.
Richmond Heights, Florida. Florida. Florida.
Boy, can you hit the end button?
Are you holding my hand? I'll hit it.
Because you're going to put something on the screen. So extra, stop! And you wouldn't even cancel me. Y'all have a good night.